Alright, what's up my fellow dominators? Welcome back to the ShiHai channel, and today we have the featured deck of this channel. Obviously, there's a reason why I call myself VG I play Nubatama, of course, and here we have the post V-BT07 Nubatama deck recipe. So this deck was released like 2-3 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I had the army, referring to my old video. You guys can go watch it. Basically, I've enlisted into Singapore's army. That's why I didn't really have time to do much deck fights, deck recipes, and post a lot of videos. But here am I doing my favorite deck. And let's just get right into it. The new format, obviously, we lay out the deck. You guys take a look at it. We go into the deck, what cards, what we run, skills, and a little bit of tips and tricks and combos along the way. Alright, so first off, obviously we have the new VR. So we have Evil Stealth Dragon Akatsuki Hanzo. So basically why this deck now is currently top tier in terms of being the best protect deck of all, because this deck punishes really hard when you get up to grade 3, right? So Akatsuki Hanzo skill is once per turn, you retire 2 grade 0 rear guards. This unit gains power plus 20k. And then at the end of turn, you choose any number of rear guards from all rear guards, and then you return them back to your hand. If your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, the opponent chooses cards from his or her hand equal to the number of cards returned with this effect and discards them. What this means, free board clear. So basically against XL clans, especially clans like against God Hand, or clans against Tachikaze, clans against, or I don't know, Narukami, any XL clan that is rearguard reliant heavy, especially for Gopal in some sense. Basically, you get to wipe the board because most of the time you return all of the rearguards back to the opponent's hand, and then they are forced to discard that amount of cards returned back with the effect. So basically, you're wiping the whole board. Even though you're returning cards from the field back to the hand, they are able to activate their auto abilities, again their on place abilities, but it doesn't really matter. Same thing, take note that you are able to return your own rearguards back to your hand in order to activate the effects, in which you'll get to later some combos where I like to do. But basically, this is the trump card. As you can see, this is the new rarity that Bushiroad has been implementing, and I think it looks really nice. It looks like Legion Rare, if you guys played Legion back in the days. Basically, the gold borders with the full art, with the borderless text, sorry, not full art, but basically it looks really nice. That's one of the reasons why I get 4 SVRs. This deck is almost max rarity. As you can see, I got 4 SVRs, 3 SVRs, one not SP, which is hidden behind. I don't really want to show it, but basically 3 SP Zangetsus and 3 SPs Kurigiris. Reasons why we'll tell you later why I don't want 4 Kurigiris. But basically, yes, this is the trump card of the deck, Akatsuki Hanzo. Moving on to the old VR, we have back in VBTO. What's VBTO? VBTO5? Yeah, VBTO5. Basically, we have Jamnyo Congo, Vanguard Circle when placed, and at the end of each turn, your opponent chooses 6 cards from his or her hand, discards the rest from hand, and if your soul has a grade 3, he or she chooses 4 cards instead of 6. Reasons why we run this is basically Akatsuki Hanzo punishes you for having a full board. So against clans like XLs, they punishes you because you're calling too many rearguards to attack. At the end of the turn, is when it's my turn, I punish you for having too many rearguards. I bounce all the rearguards, you have to discard as many amount of cards. While Jamnyo Kango punishes the opponents that don't want to commit a full board. So let's just say, oh, okay, never mind, I can actually attack with my rearguards and somehow get them back to my hand or get them back to the drop zone or something. But Jamnyo Congo punishes you in terms of getting your hand size down. So even if you have a fat hand size, because you don't commit any rearguards, you just beat with your Vanguard or whatever, Jamnyo Congo allows you to restrict your opponent hand size to either 6 if you don't have a grade 3 in soul, or 4 if you have a grade 3 in soul. So it's pretty simple to say that the deck is very reliant on these 2 cards, especially if your matchup is go against either one with a very rearguard heavy board or one with a very big hand size. So this punishes you for having a big hand size. This punishes you for having a small hand size, but at the same time having a lot of rearguards on board. So this is why a lot of people consider this Nubatama deck to be tier 1, because either ways you both lose. You can't win with either Jamnyo Congo or Hanzo being on your Vanguard circle. So it really depends. As I say, this deck is pretty versatile in the sense that now a lot of things you can get punished based on whether how you play your style. Basically, moving on to the last grade 3 of the deck, we have Stealth Beast Kokushigaratsu. Basically, KFC, I think I mentioned this before why we call it KFC because it looks like a bird. The finisher of the deck, obviously. Basically, you like to combine these two cards together, Hanzo and Kokushigaratsu. Vanguard Circle once, not once per turn, but you don't have to use more than once because basically act Vanguard Rearguard. So plus 3, discard 2 Sentinels from your hand so you can be either draw triggers or protect ones. And then this unit gains power plus 15k until end of turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, return all of your opponent's Rearguards to hand. And if one or more will return, your opponent chooses 5 cards from his or her hand and discards them. Basically, what is the finishing combo would like to be is basically you bounce off your opponent's Rearguards except for 1. So they have 1 Rearguard left on the board and then they discard based on the number of Rearguards that you've bounced. After that, you call KFC and then use KFC skill so that at least bounce 1 Rearguard back to your hand and then they discard 5 cards. So essentially, they bounce 1 Rearguard back from the field to the hand and then discard 4 cards. So it's really simple skill to use. At the same time, most of the time when you board clear of your opponent will have probably about maybe 6 to 8 card hand size most of the time. You can even combo this with Janyo Kongo to make your opponent have 0 card hand size, but that's dependent on whether how many Rearguards they have on the board. If they have 1, they're obviously fucked because you have to discard their whole hand. So 1 plus 4 for Janyo Kongo skill is 0, 5, just nice for KFC skill. So take note that this is the deadly combo and what combo I like to pull off most often. Because of this combo, I really win games because of their limited hand size. At the same time, if you combine Hanzo's and KFC skill, even though their hand size is still like 3, 4 after using KFC skill and Hanzo, you realize that their board is fully nuked and they only have a 3, 4 card hand size to defend against a 32k attacker because you obviously use the skill, a 26k attacker, and you have decoy tokens now. So basically, Nubatama has these new decoy tokens right here to handle such as Zangetsu skill or basically any other Rearguards, grade 2 Rearguards that we have, and we should get to later. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why they have only 3 to 4 hard hand size in order to defend against these high powered attacks. Alright, so moving on to the grade 2 slot, we have the super old Stealth Beast Mangatsu Gale from V-BT07, the triple rare. Reasons why I only run 3, because I realized that it's actually really high cost. So reasons why, okay, let's just get into the skill first before I get to the reason why I only run 3. Vanguard Rearguard, when placed combat soul +1, draw a card, this unit gains 6k. And then at the end of battle that you attack, you may put this unit into your soul and return 1 of your Rearguards to your hand. So it's a free bounce, obviously. Your best grade 2 right, or your grade 2 turn is to call this. You can rush with the decoy tokens with Zangetsu, which get to later, the skill. Basically, why I cut this down is because the Counter Soul Blast, sometimes you are unable to use it and you'll find yourself throwing it away very often into the late game when you reach grade 3. Most of the time when you are playing this deck, I've realized that you have Zangetsu on field. You either have the bird or you have this grade 2. So reasons why I also don't play this is because it has the Soul Blast cost. If it's a card +1, draw 1 plus 6k is amazing. I'll obviously play that, but with the Soul Blast cost, making an effect with the KFC skill in which you need to Soul Blast 3 is really a high soul count, and you have limited soul charging in this deck, in which we'll get to later. There's only 1 actually soul charging, 2, but 1 is riding and the other cards, no, other one is this card. But basically, reasons why I only run 3, because I actually run this card, and which I think is actually quite better. But obviously you can see this is 9k base, 8k base with second skill, which you may suck into soul and then bounce 1 Rearguard back to your hand. So it refunds the soul cost, yes, but not on the Vanguard, because you can't soul in your Vanguard. But basically, yeah, 3 of it I think is fine. Tested it out already. You can run 4, it's flexible. I don't really see why the hell not. But I think that each build is different in a way. Just telling you my recommended build because I think this is the best, and you guys can give comments on whether we should run 4 Mangatsu Gales or less than 4 Mangatsu Gales. Up to you. Moving on to the very special promo. Actually, I would actually cut 1 Mangatsu Gale, for one more of this promo. Basically, if I had it, obviously. Basically, Stealth Fiend Kurabane Tengu. When placed on Vanguard Circle, you may Soul Blast 1, your opponent chooses a trigger unit from his or her hand and discards it. If he doesn't discard, you may draw a card. So basically it's almost a free soul plus one draw card. Yeah, I know it might sound contradictory in terms of when I say, oh, you're already cutting Mangatsu Gil because it has a soul count cost, but now you're implementing a soul cost card in order to counter react with KFC skill. Reasons why, obviously, number one, your opponent discards a trigger. Yeah, if your opponent discards a vanilla 5k trigger, it sucks, but most of the time they'll discard a 15k trigger if they don't want you to draw. But most of the time, when you're playing, an opponent doesn't want to discard 15k shield just for you to get the advantage of a draw one card. They'll just let it pass and say, yeah, go ahead, I'm not going to discard trigger, you're going to get draw one. So it's an almost free guaranteed draw one, even though it's 8k base, but you're able to boost it with decoy tokens, so it's actually a 13k base, 8 plus 5. So it's really good to hit like small numbers, especially when your opponents are grade 2 or grade 1. Yeah. Moving on to this rare card I play. I've seen a lot of people not running it, so you can see the grade 2 count in this deck is actually quite unique. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 grade 2s, but it's spread out in a range where I don't play 4 cards of each in prioritizing any of them, because this deck is pretty much split in terms of the power and in terms of their capability and abilities. So moving on, Stealth Rogue of Barbarism Akurao. Reasons why I play this is because sometimes you really do have a lot of tokens on the field and you are unable to, use them for whatever reason because you don't have Zangetsu or whatever. When placed, you retire 2 grade 0, regards to retire 2 grade 0. Yeah, basically whatever, retire 2 grade 0s. And then draw a card, and until end of turn, this unit can attack Vanguard from the back row and it gets power plus 15k. So it allows the multi-attacking. Most of the time, I would like to place this behind Hanzo. So, you get 5 attacks in total, 2 rear guards, 1 vanguard, and from him. 24k attacker, you get to draw 1 for cost of retiring 2 grade 0s, in which I think it's fine because you probably get the grade 0s back either from Zagatsu skill, or you can just call a vanilla draw trigger grade 0 and just retire it for the cost of you getting to draw 1. This unit plus 15k kind of refunds the cost itself. And yeah, I see a lot of people not running this, but I don't understand why. I think it's really good. At the same time, even if you call it behind your Vanguard next turn, you're able to use Hanzo's skill to get it back from the back row Vanguard circle back to your hand, and then you call it again to activate the skill. So I don't think it's a minus, nor a plus actually, but it's still good in the sense you get the extra attack, any triggers you are able to pump to it, and it's a 5 rearguard attack, especially if you use this skill with KSG and Hanzo. Probably your opponent will have like 3-4 cards to defend against 5 attacks, which is really hard. At the same time, it's a 24k attacker, so it's a 15k card already. That's 1 card off the opponent. So it explains itself why I actually run this card. Moving on, we got 8k base. What's it called? Momentary Stealth Rogue Tsunamasa. Yeah. Reasons why I run is only your soul charge unit. So there's only one that can actually soul charge the deck other than riding and obviously Mangatsu Gil. But basically, this card is what saves lives in terms of you getting your KFC skill off and your Hanzo, let's just say you want to get a Kuro Giri skill off. This is your only option. Basically, when placed on regular circle, one of your units gains 3 at the end of turn, and if that unit is a grade 3, you may soul charge 1. At the end of battle, they attack, you may soul plus 1 and return this back to your hand. What I like to do is basically it refunds the cost of Hanzo, call it during your turn if you have it in hand, call it, target Hanzo, Hanzo soul charges. You use Hanzo skills either by spawning tokens or retiring grade 0s from your hand using Zangetsu or Kurogiri. And then after that, once you've used the skill, you bounce Tsunamasara at the same time when you're bouncing your opponent's units, obviously. And then you call it again, you may target again and soul charge. So you get 2 free soul charges off Hanzo skill. So it refunds the cost of Kurogiri, and it kind of guarantees you the extra soul charge for whatever bird skill or you want to use this skill. Basically, it guarantees you an extra 2 soul during the turn. But obviously, as you can see, it's quite skewed in terms of only run 2. So you have to rely into drawing engine and filtering engines such as this, draw triggers, your counter charges, this. Basically a lot of draw engine, kind of like a lot of draw engine in this deck. But basically, if you don't draw it, obviously you suck time. You have to have the resource management in this deck very, very efficiently. Alright, now we move on to the main grade 2 of the deck, the MVP of this set. Evil Stealth Dragon Zangetsu So basically this card right here, so I have 3 SPs. It looks really, really cool and really, really nice. Don't bother about this triple rare. It sucks like shit. I know, I'm trying to find, but a lot of people are unwilling to sell me because, you know, Zangetsu is a pretty high, needed, high required card in Nubatama. So basically the skill, Vanguard Rearguard count +1. Call an evil decoy token to Rearguard Circle. So this is the evil decoy token. It has 0 power, it can't boost, and it's only 5k shield, and you can intercept from the back row. So grade 0, fire shield 5k, and you have intercept from the back row. That's basically it. So it helps with the counter rush in terms of Nubatama's grade 2 turn, where you know a lot of protect decks, their grade 2 turns are pretty mediocre, especially for Nubatamas, as they get rushed very easily against Excel decks. So they've actually created evil decoy tokens in order to counter react the rush from Excel clans, so that you have a higher rate of survivability until your grade 3 turn. So basically, yeah, count +1 called evil decoy token, and until end of turn, all of your tokens get boost and power +5k. So basically what it means that you're able to use your tokens to boost and able to attack from the back row. Basically, no, attack from the back row. You're able to boost basically from the back row. So take note that you are not allowed to use your tokens to attack. So you can't call 2 tokens in one column and attack with it because the tokens only gain boost. They don't gain the ability to attack. So take note, the evil eye tokens are unable to attack. The text here legit says that you're unable to attack and you have the ability to intercept on the back row. But basically, you're unable to attack, which I made a mistake. Sorry to my viewers out there. I didn't know. I still play testing phase. So yeah, basically the second skill is very, very useful as well. Basically, when it's attacked, you may change the attack target to one of your tokens on Rearguard Circle, and if you do, you return this unit back to your hand. So if your opponent doesn't like this unit for some reason and wants to attack it, sure, you just redirect the attack to this evil decoy token, retire it, Zangetsu goes back to your hand. So your opponent will high chance are unable to get rid of this card for the rest of the game, because every time you just redirect, the only time it will get destroyed is obviously through retiring abilities, Buster Blade, Dragon Overlord, Narukami buying. So yeah, that's quite a lot actually, but that's why you have to resource manage this deck very, very carefully, because most of the time you run out of soul, if you realize, and most of the time you run out of counterblast because you're spamming Zangetsu skills a lot. But as I said before, if you are able to resource manage carefully and efficiently, your opponent will have nothing they can do. They can't do anything. The hand size is restricted. You have a full board and you have interceptors from the back row. That's why this deck is considered tier 1. Moving on to the grade 1s, so we run quite low count of grade 1s, basically 14 grade 2s, we run 11 grade 1s. First we have Evil Star Dragon Kurogiri, basically the 3 SPs right here. I think it looks pretty nice. Just gonna show you one because I'm lazy to take out the rest. So Evil Star Dragon Kurogiri. Basically the skill from Rearguard Circle Act, you so fast to return this unit to your hand, call up to 2 evil decoy tokens to Rearguard Circle. So basically, these 2 cards, Evil Stealth Dragon Kurogiri and Evil Stealth Dragon Zangetsu, is your token spawners. There's only 8 token spawners in the deck, but I only run 7. Reasons why we run 3 of them as a cost only because of the Soul Blast 2 cost. As I said before, your main card, your main finisher would be KFC, and KFC requires Soul Blast 3, while this requires Soul Blast 2. Your Mangatsu Guild requires 1 Soul Blast, but you can refund the cost obviously. And your this guy, whatever his name is, I don't remember actually now, because whatever, requires 1 Soul Blast. So this deck is a very Soul Blasty heavy cost deck, but as I said before, resource management is a very, very important task to do in this deck. And as long as you do it well, you're able to win. So at the same time, it funds the cost of you calling a 10k shield where you can just return this back to your hand, call 2 evil decoy tokens. Right, what the fuck? It's actually a free 10k shield for you to guard next turn. So OP, you don't really have to say anything about it. So yeah, moving on. We got Stealth Rogue of the Night Sakura Fubuki. The only Cow Charger in the deck, the only filterer. Obviously, I think it's really good. It can help you filter out for the cards that you need, especially the bird. If you have 2 Sentinels in hand, but you can't find your bird, then okay, that sounds wrong. You can't find the card, and then you just stuck there with like 2 Sentinels in hand, can't do anything. cut any opponent off anyways. But basically, yeah. Sakura Fubuki, when placed rearguard circle, you have 3 or more units, discard a card from your hand. This unit is getting started by 3k. If there are 1 or less face-up cards in the damage zone, draw a card, counter charge 1. So, take note that obviously you need 3 or more units. You need to have 1 or less face-up cards in the damage zone in order to counter charge 1. Yeah, so it's quite bad, but the grade 3, grade 2 turn, very important. Right Mangatsu Gale, Mangatsu Gale skill, you'll probably have 1 counter, so counter Soul Blast, draw 1. Call Zangetsu, call this guy, 3 units on the board. Sakura Fubuki skill, discard 1, draw 1, counter charge 1 plus 3. Zangetsu skill, count plus 1, call evil decoy token, gains boost, and it's basically a best grade 2 turn, because you get 3 attacks for 1. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Either way, you can run Zangetsu, you can write Zangetsu or write Mangatsu Gale as well. Recommendation, do not write Zangetsu if you only have 1 Zangetsu in your hand. Please write Mangatsu Gale. Zangetsu is very, very, very important. So yeah, take note that Zangetsu is the only card in the deck that is actually the token spawner. I don't really regard this as a token spawner. This is like an emergency backup, but basically Zangetsu is the main token spawner of the deck. Some combos I like to do is basically Hanzo skill. You spawn tokens using Zangetsu skill until you have 1 or less counter blast. Then you use Sakura Fubuki skill. You filter the deck. Hanzo skill activates. Retire 2 grade 2s. Bounce Sakura Fubuki again. Call it again. And then, activate the skill again. Because as you take note that Zangetsu skill is not a once per turn skill. You can just keep spamming it. So that's one of the reasons why Sakura Fubuki skill is really good. Because you can bounce using Hanzo skill. You call again. Counter charge using its own skill. Because of Hanzo, you bounce rearguards, you call it again. That's one of the reasons why this deck filters really well, and it works really well because you are able to use the auto skills and the on-play skills of your rearguards very, very efficiently. So, remember, resource management obviously is still a must. Moving on, we got the last grade 1 of the deck, Stealth Fiend, Taribue. I think it's the new card from V-BT07. Basically, Vanguard Circle, when your attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card. Best grade 1 turn, probably, if you're going second when you attack your opponent's Vanguard. Most of the time, opponent will let it through unless they don't really need a count blast on the second turn. Most clans have this card. Basically, when it hits a Vanguard, you draw 1. Narukami has it. But a lot of clans has it, yeah. But basically, there's only one actually cheating of this. Narukami law. But basically, yeah. Second skill during a turn, if you have a grade 0 Vanguard, this unit gains power plus 5k. Free 13k booster. Free 13k attacker. Yeah, that's basically it. So if you really have no choice, call this to the front row. Beat with it. It's pretty cool. Fall off obviously, because if you're going second, which happens to me a lot by the way, because I suck at card like Vanguard and suck at dice rolling, so good card. Last but not least, full art starter. I don't think why I should explain this. Almost max rarity deck, only that shitty as triple red Zangetsu rotting in my deck right now. Trigger lineup wise, 6 crits, 6 draws, 4 heals. I don't see the explanation why you don't run 6 crits, 6 draws. There are people that run 7 draws, 5 crits. Or like, what? 5 draws, 7 crits. Up to you, man. Every time I say this on my channel, I reiterate the point again of where your trigger lineups are very, very flexible. You're basically able to play whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. As long as it works, it works. If it doesn't work, change it up. If it works, then most people can comment about it because, whoa, your deck actually can win decks. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you very much for watching my comprehensive term guide of Nubatama for V-BT07. I really like the deck now. It's really fun. You guys can try it out. It's not that expensive to pick up. It's a really, really cheap deck. And I think it's really fun to spawn decoy tokens and you are able to use the decoy tokens to intercept in the back row and use it to boost and attack. At the same time, if you realize that you are actually able to use Protect 2 on the back row, so that opponent cannot touch it at all, only can using retiring ability to actually touch it. And there are cards that are quite special in terms of you are only able to retire the front row, let's just say for like Blaster Blade or whatever. You only can touch the front. Narukami are able to touch the front row as well, but obviously they can move up from the back row, but they are unable to move from the behind the Vanguard circle unless they have the grade 1 card or they have the grade 3 card, which are able to move vertically. But basically, this deck is really strong, and I think you guys should try this deck out if you have the budget and the chance to, because you can see how strong Nubatama has become. It still have its problems, obviously, as I said before. Resource management is insanely high in this deck, so you have to keep thinking. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward deck. These two cards basically punishes the opponent for either having a big hand size or either having a big field in order for you to nuke them to death. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys liked it. I'll be posting more deck fights and deck recipes really soon. And with that, I'll see you Dominators in the next video. This is V-Shai, and I'm out.